Hi, everyone. My name is Chris Farah. Welcome to Vanity Fair, my podcast with Chris Farah, which is my name. And you can also watch on Patreon and YouTube the visuals. Hi, prepare for a fabulous episode. I'm super excited because it's 90 Day Fiance. It's before the 90 days. This is season 8, episode 10. And the episode is called Prepare for Arrival. Obviously, they've all been plane themed. PLANE, plane themed, honey. And if you listened to the last ep we did with Matt Maher, I really want one of them to be baggage claim 1. We can still get there. It would happen after this episode, obviously, because it's like prepare for arrival. And then, obviously they tell you what baggage claim you go to. That's what happens on planes. Spoiler alert. Oh my goodness. Hello, everyone. I hope you have had a fabulous Valentine's Day weekend. I went to go see Wuthering Heights with some of my gals. Fabulous fashions and codependency, my favorite. At the same time, I'm really enjoying Before the 90 Days. And obviously Single Life came out, and Single Life is wild. It's really an interesting deep dive into the characters I decide to follow and lifting the veil on some of the like intense and dramatic parts of their life. There is kind of a mix of things that feels fake and things that feel real on that show, which is interesting. Also, Love is Blind happened and Traitors is happening. And I also happen to have watched the Netflix America's Next Top Model documentary. So here's the thing. If you're like, Chris, you watch a lot of television, I'd be like, well, yeah, sure, for sure. Yes. But if any of that interests you, you know where to find me. So please go ahead and make sure that you're following and subscribing and giving 5 stars wherever you can. And let's get into 90 Day Fiance, Before the 90 Days, honey. Prepare for arrival. This was a great episode. I have a lot of visuals. Some people didn't get a long segment and some people did get long segments, and that's what happens. I don't edit the show. I just talk about it. Okay, let's start with Forrest and Sheena. So obviously we are hot on the heels the morning after, not Forrest and Sheena having had sex, which I don't think has happened yet, even though this Airbnb is romantic. Just that now, not only is Molly there, now they're around her parents and family as well. So it's actually like the family has been multiplied, just like sister wives. Anyway, so having said that, the morning after, Sheena has had her confession. She's had to lay bare that she has lied to Forrest and Molly about the nature of her parents and her family's asking of money for her. She made it seem like her parents and her family guilted her, obligated her, almost like stole, if not like intimidated her for money. It wasn't the first time. The money that she was just holding on to and begging them, please, no, this is Forrest and me money, And then at the same time, she sort of had her family be like, no, it's more like a loan. We're going to pay him back. But also it's a cultural thing. And they sort of like tap danced around. But Forrest, like, why are you even talking about how she spends her money? Like, where's your money? Where's your contribution to this? So that's how it happened last night. And then Sheena was really put to the flames. In the morning, it's a warm one today, says Molly, honey. I mean, just weather girling it up, okay? Have we got news for you? But anyway, Molly says this as Forrest enters, and they talk obviously about last night. Now, Molly literally, every time she talks to Forrest, she's sort of waiting for Forrest to be like, Mom, you were right. You're right. She's scamming me and I can't ever be with anyone. You're right. Everyone's crazy out there and I can only really be with you and Deb for the rest of my life. So I'm going to go back to America and only trust you. Like that's what she like really wants to happen, but that's not what happens, right? Forrest wants out and Forrest is halfway out. I mean, he's literally out of the country and Molly's just there, but he is like, and you're going to leave and I'm going to stay. Forrest is like, well, I think it went great last night. And Molly's like, come again? I'm sorry. Were you at the same dinner? It was a great dinner. Like all the banana leaf, honey. I had so much fun. You saw Dev. No one's having a better time than Dev. This is the most Dev heavy episode we've had. There's so much Dev. I don't even know what to do. I don't know what to do. Isn't Dev, and I should look this up. Maybe I'll look it up right now. Isn't Dev the name of that group that sang that song like Whip It? Devo. God, I was close. God, it hurts to be like almost right. Okay, so you know what song I'm talking about. Okay, so Molly's obviously like, it did not go well, you weirdo, and we have to get on the same page. And he's like, yeah, no, I want to propose. I'm there, and she's like, "Yeah, okay, no, Are you paying attention to what I'm paying attention to, which is absolute chaos? She's lying here. She's lying there. This Airbnb is so nice. It really is nice. I've already been talking about the weather. I need some air conditioning. It's like kind of summer nights again. I use that phrase a lot because they edit it so that Forrest is talking to his mom. Meanwhile, Sheena talks to her dad. And then Sheena's like, yeah, dad, here's the thing. I was forced to lie to them because they don't understand the culture. And we know I'm going to like keep giving money to you. You don't have to pay that back. And I had to like lie to them about why, like why I don't have all the money, as well as I need to tap dance around what I really want. And this is what's annoying to me about this. Sheena's dad, not just Sheena, arguably other people, are like, Forrest has to make a financial contribution to the entire thing, not just like, you get here and then I'll tell you that I'm going to take care of you once you're here. It's like, no, if the initial cost of going there, like, all of it, the move, everything, the visa cost is like, let's just put $10,000. I think they said 4,000, but I just don't know if that's everything. I'm just saying. Then that means that he's paying like part of that. So I don't understand why it's always been on her. And the thing about it is, if Sheena in this very moment still thinks that Forrest is going to be able to pay like all or, half and half of their living there in America, then I think that she needs to come to America and see what life's like with him. Because, I think that she makes more money than him. He is like, I'm going, anyway. So it's interesting. And I'm surprised that they can't get on board with a little more of a clear financial conversation. But I understand it's an awkward thing to talk about. So she feels like she's stuck in between two worlds because she feels like, truly express to him the cultural importance of how she shows her love to her her family, which is like monetary stuff, and the expectation and the pride and like all of it. And, who knows what they're like, well, we paid for your college. I mean, I'm not quite sure what happened, but on top of that, the understanding that if they're in this relationship, that Forrest should be paying even maybe more than she is because of just the fact that he is the man. I mean, I'm just saying culturally. And so I think to not make him feel bad, she doesn't say these things. And then she just makes herself look bad and feel bad. Like, and I say look bad by being labeled a liar and here's the thing. She is a liar because she's lying instead of enforcing the boundaries or like saying what she wants. Right. And so I have contention when she says she was forced to lie, because that's not true. You are choosing to lie because someone is forcing you to reveal your boundaries, reveal your cards, and you refuse. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why she's lying. Anyway, so back with Molly and Forrest. She's like, Forrest, Molly says this, you know what autism does? It makes you a little love bug who just trusts the entire world, a little gullible love bug, honey. And you just can't, look at someone for what they are. You just want to trust everyone. You just want to believe in everyone. And sometimes I feel like I'm that. Then, I mean, the best part of the episode happens. Okay. Obviously, I had Christina, who is my producer on the show, who's from the Philippines. And then she sent me these amazing pictures, which at this very moment, I'm so sad I forgot to actually put the pictures that she sent to me up on the computer. So I'm just going to show them from my phone, which is basically pictures from this gorgeous bath that they go to. They go to this spa where you basically sit in big ass ramen bowls. I mean, high bowls, like where it's deep on the inside. And they put beautiful hot water scented with herbs. Now, when Sheena says herbs, she really hits the H. So she says herbs and flowers and banana leaves. And then you sort of just curl up in, this gorgeous kawa bath and relax. RELAX, honey. And who relaxes more than anyone, Dev. First of all, the producers give us this one shot of like Molly almost between her legs, looking over her into Dev in this tub. I mean, Dev is at one point washing his face with a banana leaf. I mean, Dev is living. He's never felt so clean. Dev is like a little fishy in this pond, honey. Dev is a frog. Dev is like a Pisces, obviously, as well. I mean, Dev is never coming home. If Forrest thinks that he's not going to go back to America, Dev's not going back. Molly's going to either have to get both men to go back or Molly's going to move to the Philippines. And I mean, one of those castles. I want a cow bath right now. Do they have cow baths in America? Can I get one? I mean, half of me is like, do I look up now? If there's a cow bath in California, I want to go to it. I mean, now, yeah, I'm literally looking up cow bath. They're so beautiful. They look so also high end. I mean, can you imagine? I can imagine like an Amman spa, one of those like fancy Amman Guri spas, like just like having that. By the way, when I looked that up, it changed it to cow and now just showing me cow baths. I thought I spelled it right. Wow, that's really sad. Okay, so I'm going to look it up on my own time, but know that, whatever it takes to regulate my nervous system. And I mean, looking at Dev just blissed out, zoned out with that banana leaf in that tub, honey, I'm like, okay, so he should be the spokesperson. No one will make me do anything more than like Dev. I mean, if you think that I don't want to know where those burgers are at what strip club, because he certainly told me how good they were, and I believe it. I believe it. Oh my God. Okay. So it rains and it foreshadows like what's to come. And it's very like melodramatic, like where the weather just like underscores like the emotional stability of the scene. I mean, it's time for them to leave, the beautiful area that Sheena leaves and go back to Manila. And the dad and Sheena's dad wants to talk money. This is after Dev had like a little cute moment making bird sounds with Sheena's sister because, he just charms everyone. So basically, Gina's dad is like, she's going to always give us money and she, is not going to share finances with you unless you're married. And he's like, oh, Sheena's going to do whatever Sheena wants to do. And there's the rub. Forrest believes that Sheena is not acting with her will paramount. Forrest still believes that Sheena is under the thumb of her dad, but we have never seen Sheena be like, no, dad, or you're wrong, or I want to give all my money to Forrest, or it's like in her talk to her dad, she certainly gave no inkling to wanting to make a stand for herself. To me. And she has hinted off camera, when it's just her, that she does want Forrest to contribute more financially. So then Molly is like listening to this and she's like weirded out because she's like, why is the dad saying anything? And then Molly has to have a conversation a little bit with Forrest on like the confessional side where she's like, Forrest, you have to be paying attention right now to how you see Sheena interacts with her dad. Because the minute that you marry Sheena, you're marrying her dad. Because when you marry someone, the parent comes right along and they'll be in their lives and they won't leave and they won't even know they're in their lives. Sometimes the parent will be talking about the very thing I'm talking about and not even know that it should be about them they're talking about. That's what happens, Forrest. I am telling you, as Molly, your mom, some people are really ignorant. Some parents are really hard, and it's very difficult to deal, sometimes with some parents. That is what I know as Molly, your mom, and I'll tell you. And like Forrest is like, so Forrest tries to talk to Dev as one would, as I want to. And he's like, Dev, what am I going to do? As you know, it's real difficult over here. I'm in love, absolutely in love. I mean, you see her, she's amazing. I can't get enough. What's happening? Dev's like, well, Forrest, as your stepdad kind of guy, like the person that's with your mom, I'll tell you, you better have a book written ready to follow that book. I'm sorry, what? It's one more time, Deb. You better have a book. You better have a book written ready to follow that book. What? Now, here's the thing. It's kind of like I do know what he meant to say. What he meant to say was, I think, I speak Dev, that him and Sheena better get on the same page, better write down almost like a contract what it is. Does she give her parents money? Does she not? Do you have a shared bank account? When does that happen? How much money does he put in? How much money do you put in? Like you better, like what Deb is saying is get everything figured out now. If not on paper, better on paper. And then when you get married, all you do is follow the paper. And then that's how you win in Dev's world. I cannot not have Dev. Forrest is like, Dev is really wise. Just that sometimes I can't understand one thing he's saying. I don't what he means. Who knows? But he pauses. He barely says anything. So when he says anything, you do pay attention. And then he pauses such a way that you're like, what? And then he sometimes rambles. And it's when he rambles one word into another and none of them actually make sense when you're thinking about what he's saying. That you're like, what, Dev? What do you think Dev thought about when he was in that hot bowl, that hot bath bowl? What do you think he was washing away his sins? Like it was as if he had never been in a bath before. I wonder if, and I like think I'll leave it alone because I don't have to move on. Do you think it was like, okay, this is what I'm saying. Sorry. I love a bath. I love a bath. I, operate in this world as a cisgender heterosexual lady. It doesn't have to be heterosexual to say, but like whatever, God bless. Born a woman, born a female with a vagina. And having said that, this person is allowed to decadently, luxuriate in, things like baths. All that to say, I wonder if Dev just being like, Dev doesn't get access to baths that much, like, and or maybe it's like he thinks that like, it's a little like indulgent or, one would want to have the time to just sit in hot water. I just would think that maybe he hasn't done it. Like maybe he's more of like a cold shower guy, who knows? And when his body felt the deep nervous system release of a bath like that, he just couldn't get enough. I mean, it's like him and the chicken. It's like watching Dev take in any sensory experience is like watching someone for the first time take it in and it's great for them and they're loving it. It's like, I've never, it's like going to Disneyland with like a kid for the first time. You're like, oh my God, you're going to like lose your mind. You just like get to watch someone like lose their mind over something. That's what Dev's like doing anything. I love him. Okay. I can't. Okay. Help. So then Laura and Birkan, I don't know why I said it like that. We're hot on the heels of her finding out that he's just absolutely addicted to gambling, loves it, honey. I mean, he just was watching the Super Bowl and every time there was a gambling commercial, he was like, there's me, that's me, that's me. I love it. Like now me, fanatics, he is one. He loves that Kendall Jenner, honey. Anyway, God bless. I already made that joke. So basically they go back to the hotel and it's a cute coral and green. It's like a boutique hotel. She's like, and she's paying for it. So she supposedly has pause for him. Now she has put a blind eye to so many red flags. We truly don't understand who she is as a person at this point. I mean, also Michael I don't know why the producers didn't try and like tease a little bit of like a running Michaelness, but like at this point we know that she's never cared for him because she's not even texting him anymore or they're not even talking about it. So basically in bed, he knows that the gambling thing was real bad. And he also knows that he fucked up when he said that he was just trying to like bounce out of the country to skip out on his debt, which is not even the gambling. And that, that was basically the reason why he's with her. And so he's like, no, here's the thing. I'm going to try and stop gambling. I know I shouldn't, so I'll try and stop. And she's like, oh, wow, thank you. He's trying. So then he takes her on a boat. And it's a romantic boat, she says, and he paid for it. And when she's like, how'd you pay for it? He's like, gambling. How much is the boat? I mean, does this man like pay for food? I mean, okay. Also this, he doesn't have a house or he sleeps in people's couches, but he is paying for that shisha at that coffee shop every day. Now, he could literally just buy one head of tobacco and like one mint tea. And I told you that's what happens easily. And sit there all night and, ruin someone's section. And I'm sure he does. But he has to have some money for the tea and shisha. So she is overjoyed that she's on this boat. And she's like, oh, just taking a girl on a romantic boat ride. She just like lives to like pretend that he is this dashing prince who wants to hyper take care of her in every moment and morsel. She alludes to him being a provider and a protector. And yeah, like, someone who's going to like save her or protect her, even though he said he is more the princess type. It's interesting because everything that he gives me is not someone who would be able to throw down in that way. He so obviously is someone who needs her so viscerally. And the times in which he's manipulated, almost wielding a certain like dominant sexuality was to get an end goal that was like obvious, at least to us as the audience. I mean, third eye. So basically, he then is like, listen, you saved me. You saved my life. You're Lisa and I'm Daniel. And I wouldn't be here without you. You really had me have a glow up because before you, let me tell you, I was living the best life ever. I was like a soccer star. Then I got an injury. My hot ass, great ass girlfriend who I was in love with, who I still am in love with, who I'm in love with, who's like who I think about. So he says like, this is what he says. At first he says, this girl like broke up with him after a month. And he also says that she never went to go visit him in the hospital. And at this point, he also says, nor did anyone else. He's already made mention to the fact that he doesn't have a close relationship with his family. So, and during the injury, they definitely don't go visit him. So is this the beginning of the bad relationship? Is just like a symptom of it, how you guys weren't close and therefore they didn't come to the hospital? God bless. He's like, I need you. So Laura, I have life because of you. Also, I'm going to have a second life out of this country because of you. So speak of Lisa and Danielle, I'll go right into them. Yeah, Lisa and Daniel, she is so upset because obviously, she showed her true hair and he hated it. And then she went to go hang out with his friends. And as I said, his friends are like, oh, nice to meet you, person who really saved our friend Daniel's life and who made his life so much better than it was before. Like, look at the clothes he's wearing. He was wearing such shitty clothes. And then she sort of started to hear that. And then again, the hair thing was upsetting to her. And she brought up something in front of the friends, which is that he could be a scammer because he had talked to other American women before her and she found out about it. She tells this in front of everyone that the woman that he was talking to beforehand online reached out, somehow found Lisa's page, reached out to her and then had sent her had sent to her like images that Danielle had sent to this lady. Okay. Like whether it was pictures or dick pics, I'm not quite sure. And Lisa had screenshotted and saved that information. And then since then deleted it because she like decided to trust him or something like that. But then at this dinner with his friends was like, fuck it. I'm just going to, put your ass to the fire, make you answer all these questions. And even though she's brought it up to him before and he had admitted it and they had talked about it, but he had said it was nothing, in front of his friends, he just was like, that didn't happen. Nope. There was no one else. Nope. And she had shown pictures of him. And when she shows Daniel the pictures of this said woman, Daniel at first is like, I don't know her. Never met her. Never seen her. Don't know her. Mariah Carey. J-Lo. I don't know her. I only have eyes for you. Bump it up. You're just like, no, come on, please. Daniel, come. He is trying. See, he just was putting out feelers to biddies all over. And I wonder what other research he did. Like, I wonder, like, is it just the Instagram and does he try and find out if they're also rich? Does he also try and find out like what their past relationships are like? I can't imagine it's not hard to find out that Lisa may be was married and or like was with a woman. I'm assuming that it can't be that hard to find pictures online. Just because Faith exists, Faith's going to put up pictures. I, for some reason, can find out information about anyone. Almost. Well, I'm very good. It used to be a lot easier before they put all the privacy settings, but Facebook is just, you can really do so much damage there because there's just so many old people that don't have privacy settings. So once you can isolate the family of someone, you can really deep dive into like aunts and uncles and then like find old pictures and family pictures and like Christmas pictures and old pictures, really just, oh, what? I don't know. You could do whatever you want to do. I'm not quite sure. You don't do what I'm just telling you to do. Get offline. So breathe outdoor air and like touch grass is what I would say. That's what I'm telling myself to do. Anyway, so Lisa also in the next morning, having talked about this, comes out in a great two-piece. Let's talk about it. It's like this floral black rimmed bathing suit with ribbony kind of tie on the, like, for the shoulders. And again, like a sarong, honey. She has like a super cute sun hat. Like Lisa does not have bad style. Sure, this is Temu or Sheen or whatever the fuck it is. But she doesn't. She does not. She doesn't. Like, I don't even know how much money she has. Certainly not a lot. She's having some issues, but she doesn't have, really good personal skills when it comes to like keeping her word. I'm not quite sure what her situation like always with her daughter, but they seem to be, pretty chill now. They've had a TikTok live together where they were kind of bickering back and forth, but also together. So maybe there's just like a kind of toxic kind of back and forth codependent relationship there. I'm not quite sure. You tell me. At the same time, it is a cute two-piece. So basically, he comes out to the pool to talk about last night, and he then wants proof that this woman and this situation happened. But obviously Lisa deleted it, right? So then Lisa now has to go back, try and find the woman, try and like re-message her and wait for the woman to message her back and answer. The woman does. And it's like, that woman's like, it's been so long. I don't have the pictures I sent to you before. And Lisa's like, well, I'm actually in Nigeria right now. I'm about to marry him. And that woman's like, what? Girl, what the fuck are you doing? That's crazy. He's obviously a scammer. You're Bananaramas. Don't come for me. Don't text me anymore. If that's where you're at with this, what are you doing? Because you already knew everything that we've already gone over months ago. And then your ass got on a plane and now you're going to bring it up again. There's no new information. So if it didn't if it didn't like marinate and get in there before, what makes it think it's going to happen now? I got shit to do. Like, that's how I would be like. Suffer fools? Why? The minute you suffer fools, you just continue. It's unfortunate. Once a fool shows you their fool colors, unfortunately, fools are hard because sometimes you just think that maybe they're silly. But then you realize they're fools. Silly is fun. Fools are draining. Fools are black holes. You know what I'm saying? So basically, that woman, is like, again, you're Bananaramas. And then Lisa shows Daniel another picture of that lady. And then Daniel's like, oh, let me see that. Let me see. Oh, you showed me the wrong picture before. I didn't know that lady because you showed me the wrong profile picture. But I know this lady. It was you that did it. And then Lisa's like, don't blame me. I mean, half of me feels like two things. Lisa sort of blew her shit up by bringing up this girl. The only reason why Lisa was upset or should be upset about Daniel is because she wanted to not have to wear her hair. Now, she also had sores and just kept it on. I'm not quite sure why she, to me, didn't take it off to shower or didn't take it off to sleep. If they're in the same room and they're just like in not public, it seems that that's when you take it off. You take it off to sleep, so you're not roaming around going back and forth. And then and also there's less light in the room, so you don't have to worry about that. And then in public, you can wear the wig. But what she did was she wore the wig until there were sores, then took it off in public, and then didn't feel like she brushed her hair or anything underneath it. And so it was a certain way. I wonder what would happen if she got a fresh dye job and actually styled the hair that's underneath the wig. I don't know what would happen, but I just wonder. I would like you to tell me. Okay. So, basically he's like, yeah, I do know her, but like we were just talking. And the minute I started talking with you, it was kind of like the volume, like that volume went down and the volume of you went up. So not a problem. Okay. So Annalyn and Jovon had kind of like a shorter little number. Oops. And basically it is, they also obviously are in the Philippines. So they're going back to Manila and it's busy and they're on the way to her hometown, Cavite. And when they get there, like, it's like a smaller, probably like neighborhood. And I'm sure she's like, all her neighbors know each other. So when they get there, he's not from there and they have interest in that. And also he looks different. He is, a Black American, tall, God bless. And so they are just like, and he feels it. He feels like people are staring. He says that it feels like he is a T-Rex walking around a parking lot. Ha ha ha. So this is also another kind of like, I give money to this person. I want to see how they live. And also it's a little bit like Forrest and Sheena in that in Forrest expected Sheena's parents to live worse. Jovon expects Annalyn to have like maybe not a super nice place. And he had a little inkling that she likes massages. So she obviously, as we know, also lives next to her, with her mom, who is her best friend. And we're so happy about that. She gets Jovon and they get to the town and they have to like walk through and they get to her house. And her house is super, super cute, super clean, super organized. Let's like look at it, like look at all of her dishes. There's like a lot of fun magnets on the refrigerator. There's one surprising element to me, which is like a big ship, like a pirate ship. Not really a pirate ship. It's like a big ship, like I don't know, Mayflower? Honey, a big ass ship. And it's sitting on top of the refrigerator. I don't know what it's for, what she does with it. There's also like a picture of a Forrest. She has a full toaster oven. Honey, there's a rice cooker. Things are clean. Things are put away. I like her whole setup. And he is astounded. He's like, this is real big. Now he says some weird dumb shit. Like at one point he says, she has huge closets with clothes she's not even wearing. Well, okay. Yeah. I mean, she's wearing the clothes she's wearing and then the clothes that she's not wearing, thusly in a closet. What the fuck are you talking about? Because it doesn't make sense. You've never met her. So you don't know what clothes she's wearing. Like if you were trying to say she doesn't wear those clothes in life, how would you know? How do you know? You don't know what the weather like. If there's seasons. I mean, I guess I find out, but I thought that was weird. I didn't like it. And then her mom comes, and her mom is adorable. They're both are wearing red. Look at these circle not sunglasses, circle glasses. Oh my God. Now her mom is like a little magnet, honey, to the little, other magnet that is Jovon. She's just like super cute, but like, yeah, she's super affectionate for someone who just met. Like, she's just like, I think overwhelmed with the fact of maybe just the love that she has that her daughter's happy, but she's like wiping away Jovon's sweat. And yeah, I mean, it's really sweet. And it's really indicative of someone who's like showing love to someone because of also like the love it brings to someone they chiefly love, which is her daughter. Oh my God. I was like, Jovon, you better not hurt any of these ladies, any of these lovely ladies in red. Ladies in red. Like, you better not. I'll kill you. No, I won't kill you. I'm busy. But at the same time, no, it was really, really cute. So, but yeah, he's taken aback by the travel photos, because I know Lynn is fabulous. And he's like, well, I thought she was broker. I thought that I could do more for her. It's a little bit like, I think that Jovon is like, yeah, I want to, like be able to like be the cool guy, like just sends money, like they just don't have that much. So I just get to like be like a little knight in shining armor, like their savior, their like hero, but Annalyn's not like that. Annalyn's getting massages and fabulous resorts and she's going to Australia and she looks fabulous all the time. Sometimes her shoe breaks, but like F that, her mom's her best friend and her mom runs the snack shop and the snacks look yummy. Like there's nothing that Annalyn doesn't have and you're just adding, to her fabulous life or whatever. And the good news is if you're lucky, your life becomes more fabulous because she's in it. Now, I mean, I don't have to tell you, that's how it works. So then we move on to Stig and Aviva. She's wearing the super cute orange swimsuit with like this gold hardware. It's almost like a horseshoe that holds the two bikini booby parts in between. It's awkward for them in the car they go in between either just being like horny AF for each other or basically not talking to each other. It's like the most high school thing. Then they go to this like amazing, super cool, take me there, secret beach in Belize, honey, where there's picnic benches in the really beautiful blue water. So you're just sitting in the water and like it's like a picnic pool almost, but it's again the ocean. And yeah, their service will come up right to your picnic table and get your order. Oh my Lord. I want that. I want that. It's been so long since I've been in like any sort of beautiful tropical environment. I can't even imagine. First of all, this is like now the second part of this episode where I've really considered what it would be like to be in hot water. And it's like, yeah, I want to get there, obviously. I want to be Dev. I'm like deving it up right now in my mind, thinking about Aviva and Stig at this like picnic ocean picnic bench in the ocean. Okay, so basically this is where it gets crazy. Stig's like, you know what? I just don't know if we're doing it right. You know, we're just like moving so fast. We just don't know each other very well, all the things. So like, you know, maybe we should maybe we should just not be, how do I say this? Breeding. I'm sorry. Maybe we just shouldn't be raw dogging. I just don't know if I should be shooting up the club every night, all night long. You know what I'm saying? She's like, why are you saying this? Just because I was on my phone? Just because you were singing to some girl? Told you not to sing that song and you're like grounding on some girl. So I try to make you mad by getting on my phone. And he's like, who are you on the phone with? And she was like, my friend from Arizona. What friend from Arizona? A girlfriend from Arizona. There are no girls in Arizona. Fuck you think I am? Girls in Arizona. There's no girls in Arizona. Anyway, yeah, he's like, I'm going to pull back and not fuck you raw. And Aviva is devastated. I don't know why I love it so much. She's so mad. I'm sorry. What? No, she's like this. Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever you want, whatever you think you should do. You don't want to meet Raw anymore. You don't want to. You don't want to go in there anymore. No condom and just make sure it's all covered in your DNA. You don't want to do anymore. It's fine. You can do whatever you want. But I'll tell you one thing, Mike. Spring's coming. Yeah, bitch. I've been warning you, honey. Winter is coming. Fuck it. Spring is coming. Spring is here. Spring is coming. And she's going to tear your ass up, bitch. I do. It is great. I can't help it. I do like it. Okay. So then spring comes. Okay. I mean, you know, like it's like dee, 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 dee. I don't know. There's like some flowers happening. There's obviously birds. They're chirping, eggs hatching, Easter, all of it, honey, because spring is here. She has a huge, longer ponytail than before. I mean, you know, like, yeah, it's a longer ponytail piece. And they all go to this super cute restaurant that is Spring's niece's husband's families and niece's families place or whatever. And Spring, obviously, as we know, lived in Belize with her husband, who was a no good, dirty scoundrel, cheating person. Okay. And she found out and then she like, you know, had to skip town or whatever. And Stig knows that. So half of Stig's thing with Spring is like, well, she's putting on me, you know, her own situation, which is that she was just, you know, obviously recently cheated on. And then she therefore thinks that all men, and especially ones that are in Belize, do this when it's really all men, period. Anyway. So he still can taste the cherry lip gloss on him that Aviva had kissed on him before. I don't understand I don't understand how Aviva's hair could always look this greasy. Because sometimes it's just that, it looks greasy every day. And I know that she showers. Like she showered one of these days. So is it that she keeps putting on oil? Does she get out of the shower every morning and then just put on a bunch of oil all over her hair? And that's why it is so greasy. And then if you really look at her nails, and I really have already pointed them out, but I need to point them out one more time, in that they are super square, chunky block nails with a French design. And the way that it is that the white goes all the way down the side of the nail. It is such a look. It is such a look. I just got my nails done. I just got shorter nails. It's been like I've been rocking long nails for so long, and I just can't type with them at all. I can't type at all, and I have to move. I'm moving. I've been in the process of moving. I'm almost done. But anyway, having said that, I went back to shorter nails, and I feel good about it. I forgot how easy it is to type. I mean, night and day. I can do so many things now. It's like I forgot. I just can't get over Aviva's hair. Like, it's the opposite of Chloe. Chloe went to Aruba, and all I wanted was like all the hair oil just to like run it through it. You just like, make sure it was just like having a moment in there. But yeah, that didn't happen. And now all I want is like dry shampoo. Just dry shampoo. Living proof or, whatever it is. Just like, yeah, just get in there. Soak up some of that oil. Like it'll give her like some volume at the base. I mean, I just can't imagine it. I would love to see it. So basically, while Spring and Aviva and Stig are talking, and Stig is trying so hard to like charm Spring, he's like, oh, what beautiful eyes you have. And Spring's like, yeah, I can clock your eyes. Yeah, that's what my husband used to say about them eyes. Yeah, it's the earliest, oldest trick in the book, buddy. I know them. And then Spring is like, you know what? Why don't you and I have a talk? And why don't Aviva, you hang out with Cece? And she's like, yeah, hang out with Cece. Here's a drink and hang out. And I'm going to talk to Stig. And then she pulls Stig aside and she's like, hey, Stig, now, can you explain why my girl Aviva thinks that this shit is so serious between you and this is you? And then just shows him her phone. Who knows what's there? Here are some guesses. Him and a bunch of kids. His kids. Him in a sex video. Him in an orgy with same thing. I don't know the answer, but I mean, Stig has been acting like there are no possible opportunities for him to be caught. And in the year of our Lord 2025, especially if he's like famous at all, and he is, he has to assume that there is treachery and vultures everywhere he goes, that people are waiting to like tear him down. Like that's it's interesting. If I was ever a celebrity and I'm not, or famous, I can't imagine like trying to cheat on your spouse or something. I mean, unless you have an open marriage or whatever, but it's just things get out. There's cameras everywhere, God bless. So we'll see what happens. And last couple, and certainly not least, oh my goodness, is the birthday girl herself, honey. It's Emma and Zayed. She's so excited. It's her camel birthday in Agafe. I love camel, not the animal so much, the color. Camel is my favorite, one of my favorite colors. I love gold. I love camel though. I think it's such a beautiful, like, warm tone. I love an eyeshadow that's camel. Give it to me. So they're in a good mood and she's excited and she's like in a car driving to Agafe and they get there and it's like a desert. But then he says it's not a desert because there's no sand. But I didn't realize that was the definition of a desert because like Joshua Tree here is we call it coastal desert when it's like rocks, I think. I'm not quite sure exactly, actually. I'm not, please. But that's what's happening. It's beautiful, a lot of rocks. There's camels. She freaks out. She's always wanted this camel birthday. She, again, has heels. It was never a good idea for her to have heels. She's like, the road isn't paved in the desert of Agafa. She's like, oh my God, babe. This is so cute. Oh my God. It's so great. They like pull into these little like huts. They have one bed. She's like, one bed, babe, where are you going to sleep? He's like, not in this room, in my own hut with my own one bedroom. She's like, oh. She's like, babe, after we've already had sex, I thought it'd be totally chill for us to continue having sex, but now on TV. And he's like, no. Bitch, if I tell you I can't get any sort of like female touching me until I get married and then maybe you can touch me, but not really probably on TV. No, like that's what it is. I don't understand how hard it is to understand that. How many times do we have to say understand? I don't get it. So did Emma really think that once she told the cameras that they had sex, when she said it, because he still hasn't said it, she did. She said they had sex to the cameras and the producers, not even in the same room as him. Why, once she said it, did she think that he would be open to being on camera doing it. Maybe she's just like, that's how pure I am. Whatever I do and say is what I would do on camera. And this is where I'm like, oh yeah, no, let me just introduce you to fundamentalist religious folks. The two types that believe everything and then just repress their lives and are crazy at the end, or honey, the ones that just pretend and then do whatever the fuck they want to do. And Zayed's that one. Zayed just pretending to do what he wants to do, but then yeah, we'll have sex with you. But then yes, his family is still a family. He can't go on TV and say it happened. He's not going to. He's not going to disrespect his family for TV for some girl he's already boned off camera. Such a weird thing. So then they go and she gets to ride a camel and she's so happy. And her, wig hair is blowing in the breeze. It's interesting. To me, I was like, you never thought even on the camel just to like get a little hair tie, just to like tie that back a little scrunchy because it's windy and she has makeup on and it's, that hair blows, but she didn't have the proper shoes for it. They gave them these cute little like flats. By flats, I mean slippers. They seem mildly happy in after dinner. Let me get there. So after the camel, it is her birthday and she has been hinting wildly loudly that she wants a proposal. And he's been wildly loud that no, he won't do it. He has explicitly told her percentage wise, it's a 0% chance. Sorry. I can't make it clearer. And English is my second language or a third. Probably third because of French and Arabic. So I don't know how to make it clear to you that like, no, 0% no. So she's like, great, let's go to dinner, babe. And they're like, okay, welcome to Morocco where you're going to have the famous Moroccan dish you've never had before. She's like, chicken tagine. She's just been getting chicken tagine left and right. They can't stop, won't stop chicken tagine. There's no like couscous this girl can have, a little couscous. She wants a little kiss, a little couscous. So basically, she is hinting at things. He starts getting weird. Like he either thinks that he wants this dinner to be over with. He's like, I'm cold. She's like, all right, babe, here's my sweater. And he's like, sits there. She has like no sweater on. She's like, look at the sunset, babe. How do I look against this beautiful sunset? Are there any words you would use to describe such a view, babe? Beautiful, hot, gorgeous, breathtaking, stunning, wildly special. How lucky you are. Get on one knee. Like, you were saying, she was like, blink, blink. He's like, I do have a surprise for you. She's like, oh! He's like, bring it out. And she's like, oh my God. He's like, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Her face, honey, when they get this cake, and he doesn't think to her, obviously. He doesn't have that bad of an accent. I'm just joking. But he does say, I wish you a real happy birthday in your life with all the good and happiness in your life. And she, again, is just like, it's weird. What a weird cake shaped ring. It's weird. It looks like a cake, this wedding ring that you're putting before me. Big ass, chocolate ass looking ring. Why? He does have a piece of cake. He won't eat anything. He's weird. She's like, try to be cute by making him a plate. And he was like, no. Then they again walk to the room in those flats and she wants him to pick her up, bring her into the room, like propose to her, definitely have sex with her, like maybe on camera. I'm not quite sure like how up close the shot's supposed to be. But he's like, all right, well, this is where I drop you off. He's like, I'm tired. Aren't we tired? And she's like, babe, it's my birthday though, babe. He's like, good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Like, he's just like, yeah, well, I did. Did you like the camel? I brought you to Agafe. There was the camel. There was the cake. 2 C's. She's like, where's the cock? He's like, no, it's horrible for me to say. I wouldn't do it. So then the next morning he feels bad because it was her birthday. So he knows how to get her back. The big thing he does, gives her tea. She loves that tea and he flourishes it. He pours that tea like Salt Bay. Like, how remember that guy would do Salt Bay and weird ass, fancy ass gold steaks, so expensive. And he'd be like, whatever. We had a moment of him and then never again. But yeah, he articulates a certain ornamentality when it comes to the spectacle nature of his tea pouring. You're like, Chris, shut up. He raises up the tea. It like pours beautifully, aerodynamically right into the glass. It's a show. She loves it. And then he's like, I'm so sorry. Last night I was cold, literally and figuratively. I was so cold. Maybe I have anemia. I got to look it up. But also, I was cold to you on your birthday. And she's like, it's okay, babe. But let me tell you, there's this whole other guy I never told you about. His name is Mohammed. And Mohammed is like Moroccan. Yeah, like here's the thing. I was in love with him and then I came here and I like wanted to meet with him and we got engaged and like full on fiance. And then he left me. I was so upset. So then I was like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to join the dating website to see if he's back on it. So I joined and then I found you. And I was like, okay, I'll talk to you a little bit. But then Mohammed came back in my life and I was so excited. Babe, you don't understand. You think I call you babe? Mohammed was the first babe. I wonder if she ever called Muhammad Habibi or Habibi. Or I wonder if he ever called her Habibi or Habibi. Habibi. Just kidding. That's disgusting. However, I might use it as a character, so don't take it away from me. Habibi. Anyway, basically she's like, yeah. So then I ghosted you. That's when the ghosting happened. We all know that. You knew it happened too. And it's because I like didn't give one F about you and I want to get back with my baby. And I did. And then I kind of messed up. And so now I'm here now. Whew, honey, it's assassiny. She's over it. She's like, there's been good times, there's been bad times, but I'm over it. I mean, it's funny because the next episode has her being like, well, here I am. And here's the thing that was supposed to happen. If it happens, the thing I always wanted to happen, I got myself back to Morocco just to see if I could see Muhammad again. I wonder if every time she was like anywhere with Zayed, she was like, Muhammad. Also, God bless, Muhammad is the most common name, So everywhere as a Muhammad. But at the same time, yeah, she was like, everywhere I see his face and I hear his name. Yeah, it would suck to be obsessed with a Muhammad. Only in that, the name is so common. It's like being obsessed with like a John Smith, Well, baby boos, that's the end of the episode. Oh my goodness gracious. Can you believe what we had to deal with? The whole bunch of wonderful drama. What a gift. Oh, my loves. Thank you so much for being with me as we talk about this and more shows to talk about. Don't even worry. We have Single Life, as you know. I'm going to get into Love is Blind. I'm going to be a little behind as I make my move, but they'll be coming out when I can. Of course, Traders is happening. And obviously 90 Day Fiance. So please go to wherever you listen to podcasts, make sure you are downloading, subscribing, and give Vanity Fair 5 stars, please, and a helpful review. Just tell me how great I am. Also, go to my YouTube. Please subscribe and like and comment on my videos. You can give me money. You can do so on YouTube in a super chat or super things. You can also go to Patreon and just be like a super cool person that gives me money every month and helps me create my content and also tell me what to do. And there's private lives. I did a private live and which will be a monthly feature. So that was fun and super exciting to do like a space to have like personal kind of more personal diary stuff, which is not great on YouTube, but you know what I'm saying. But yes, so all of that is happening. If you want, you can follow me. I'm at Chris L. Farah on TikTok, on Instagram. I've already told you that there's a Patreon. There's also a Substack. There's also a Facebook, Chris Farah, and the Vanity Fair private group on Facebook. We're going to breathe and I'm going to let you go on your merry way. Other than that, as I've said, watch all the things I'm watching and, talk to me about it when you can. Tell me what you are watching so I can watch that. And don't forget about the America's Next Top Model documentary. Okay, 2 breaths. Why? If you can, give this moment a little gift for yourself to do a mindful exercise, like a present moment exercise. Just unfortunately folded into a dumb pop culture recap show. I'm going to make everyone do an actual moment of meditation that will hopefully turn you into a person that craves present sensory experiences. Wherever you are, you can use the sound of my voice to bring you to the present moment, or of course, something like your breath. Some other great things are the sensory things you can experience in real time. So touch, like putting your feet on the floor, feeling if you're sitting on the floor where your butt is, those things. Again, the sound of my voice or your breath, feeling the air go through you. Also the sound, the intake and the out. 2 breaths. One's a rehearsal, one's another shot at it. You can do some more after. Of course, we'll do some at the end of every episode. I think it's great. And it's my little gift to you. However, truly, thank you so much for listening to me. It means a lot. All right, my loves. Okay, let's do it. Rehearsal breath out. One more time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. Take care of yourselves and one another. Stand up for what you believe and make art. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.